We're here in the Kenai Peninsula of Alaska, and we took advantage of the great weather, probably the best weather we've had the entire trip. And we boarded this little plane where we flew to Crescent Lake. Crescent Lake was our bear viewing expedition, and it didn't disappoint us. We got to see and photograph so many bear, and we had such a great time. We're staying at Tower Rock Lodge. It's the outfit with all the guides for our fishing trips and our bear expedition. They really did a great job. They cooked us great meals out on the stream. Mike and I definitely had our fill of reindeer sausage. It's a real common treat up here in Alaska. But the bear trip was absolutely incredible. And it was such a treat to be able to photograph these creatures. The blue color of this lake and a lot of the rivers around is because they're fed by the glaciers, and this is all the minerals from those glaciers. The only way to access this lake is by plane, this float plane that we took. Also, any of the guide boats have to be flown in to this lake also. Well, after 5 hours of photographing the bears on Crescent Lake, it was time to pack up and head back. So we boarded a different plane, and our pilot took us on a different scenic tour on the way back to where we started. It's absolutely beautiful to fly over these mountains. We flew over the couple different glaciers, and as you'll see up ahead, the glaciers look very dirty, but what that is volcanic ash that the glaciers, pick up as they move. So it's quite a different bit of scenery and just an absolutely incredible experience. According to our pilot, this glacier here is about 1,000 feet deep. Here we're coming up to a volcano that is sometimes still active. Very quiet on this day, but it is an active volcano still. No, Mike may have a sockeye on.
Got a little fight to him. Reeling in okay, or?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah. Where are you, Mr. Saki? Oh, got a little weight to him.
There you
There you go.
Got a sock.
Got the Alaska pipeline here. We did a 5-hour UTV trip, which mostly took us along the Alaskan pipeline, which was absolutely incredible to see. And the way they designed it, they had to make provisions in the event of earthquakes, so it can slide along these plates for movement, and it can expand and contract each section a total of 2 inches. This pipeline is an 800-mile long pipeline that conveys oil from Prudhoe Bay on the Alaska's North Slope south of Valdez on the shores of Prince William Sound in south central Alaska. It took 2 years to complete this project, which is really incredible since it takes over 2 years just to build a small bridge in our community. Here's our Alaskan sled dog excursion. These dogs do the Iditarod. It's a 1,000-mile trek in about -40 degrees up here in Alaska. And it only takes a few minutes before you realize that these dogs absolutely love to run. That's all they want to do. As we pulled up here, the dogs are just barking and barking as if they're saying, pick me, pick me. And they do take turns. The group that we had pulling us on this day, even though we're in a UTV, the driver keeps the dogs pulling. He only lets them go 10 miles an hour. And they just could not wait to get started. And they are taken care of so well. You know, medically, they feed them the very best food. And this group of dogs here is the actual team that's going to be running the Iditarod this spring.
Oh my god.
Neither does the four-wheeler.
Oh jeez, let's get fast there.
these dogs are trained so very well. If they were on a trail and there was a fork, the driver of the Iditarod just gives out a command, a very short command, and those dogs know whether to go left or right. They can even have them do an organized U-turn. Also along the road, you'll see all these abandoned cars. The sad thing about Alaska that we discovered is the regulations up here are so lax. For such a beautiful state, people are allowed to just abandon their cars along the sides of the road. It's very sad to see.
So that's Goose in the back. This guy here is Seabiscuit.
There's a mud on his face.
They all love to roll.
I know.
That's what they do if you try to hose them off too.
Very steep. You see the old guy. He's.
And at the end of the trip, they treated us to visit with the puppies, and they encouraged them to be held and touched. Very adorable.
All right,
You're
I'll get
also
some
cute.
pictures of you. You get some of me.
Yeah, you too. One picture.